Hi, it is Saturday evening, really late afternoon. It's like 4:30 or something like that. Excuse me. Start over. Hi, it is Saturday evening, just about a little after 5 p.m. and I am just home from my trip that I took with the family for Thanksgiving. We had a great time. We went to visit some cousins in South Carolina, and we left actually on Thanksgiving Day and drove down there, and it went fine. It was including stops. It was about 4.5 hours of a drive. I drove, me and my mom, and then my sister, brother-in-law, and nephews were in their own car, and yeah, we made good time pretty much, and then got there on time, actually a little bit early for what they had said for dinner, and dinner was amazing. The cousins, like, they turned out. They had a spread. It was really nice and just great catching up with them and everything. And then yesterday, Black Friday, we did do some Black Friday shopping. We did not go out early. We actually took our time in the morning, went over to the cousin's place for brunch at about 11 or 11:30. I think it was closer to 11:30. And then we did shopping after that. But we went to a couple of places nearby there. My mom and sister and I now have a new store that we like, and we found out they do actually have a location in Raleigh, which is a respectable distance from where we live. So that's nice. That's someplace we can actually go in the future, to that Raleigh location of that store. So we were happy about that. I bought a pair of pants and got Mom some Christmas presents. She already knows about it, so this is not a spoiler for her. But I got Mom's Christmas presents, got myself some pants, and I got a really cute cat light, which, you know what, I should have, I'm actually going to show it to you. Hold on a second. Look how cute it is. Aww. And it's a lamp. It lights up. It's silicone, so it's like squeezy, like you can, but it I was in the store, and it's one of those things, when you see something in a store and you're like, oh, it's so cute. And then you like walk away, you're like, I'm not doing it. And then, but you keep thinking about it. And I must have gone back to the display in the store like 4 or 5 times. And finally, like, it was like, you know what? Just buy it. Like, it's fine. It was only $15. It was not like ridiculously expensive. And I was like, I can't not buy this. Anyway. So that. And then, like I said, a pair of pants. And Christmas gift for my mom. And then we did a couple other stores. I think we went to Belk, and then we went to Target. Just did some little shopping. And then we went back to the cousin's place, and we had leftovers, Thanksgiving leftovers for dinner, and just hung out all evening. I think we left their place at like 9:30 p.m., 10, I don't know. We were there for a while. Said our goodbyes, and then headed back. Drove back today. Another 4.5 or so hour drive back. Again, same distribution. Me and Mom in one car, sister and the fam in the other car. And it was fine. Mom and I did have an adventure. Well, it was not an adventure so much as just like stuff just happened. So basically, I planned out the trip, right? I deliberately planned like several stops because I can't drive long distances. So 4.5 hours, I cannot do that. Not to mention Mom needs to get up and stretch her legs and stuff. So I deliberately planned 3 stops on the way back, right? So each one was only about hour and 15 minutes. Very manageable. The second stop, nope, that was the first stop. The very first stop, so I had planned, it was a Dunkin' Express. And as it turned out, it was just in a gas station, the Dunkin' part, and then there was a Wendy's like attached to that, and the restrooms and everything. But it was actually quite a nice, gas station or whatever. So, okay, so we stopped there. We both got just fries at Wendy's, and then we were like, okay, you know what? Let's just go ahead and get gas here, because originally my plan was to get gas at our second stop, because we were going to another, I'll tell you about the other place. But anyway, we had stopped at that one on the way down, but it was closed. So we ended up going to the gas station next door. So I was like, I know there's a gas station there. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's the same one. But I was like, but if I'm wrong and there isn't a gas station right there, we're right here. Like, we're already at a gas station. Let me just go ahead and get gas, right? So it was pretty busy. They had, several punts, but they were all full. So then so I pull up behind somebody to try to, wait for them to get the gas. This lady, she gets out of the van that's parked at the pump, gets a leash, takes a dog out the back seat, and walks off. to walk the dog. And she just leaves the van parked at the pump. Now, mind you, there are tons of open parking spaces. It's not like there are no parking spaces up like by the gas station, like just away from the pumps. So this woman, she's just taking up a pump spot because she feels like it. What? So now I'm sitting, okay. So then I'm like, all right, now I gotta find a different pump to go to because so I back up and I'm like, okay, maybe I'll go to the one next to it. So I start to pull it and I'm like, oh shoot, that's not gonna work, because the gas is on my side of the car. But I pull up anyway. I'm like, well, let me see. Maybe I can pull, maybe the thing is long enough I can pull it around no. So, okay, fine. So then I leave that spot and I'm like, okay, what I'm gonna do, I can see one that's like over here. And if I just go around and pull into it the other direction, then I'll be facing the right way and I'll be able to, and that one is open. I can see it now. So I back up and I start to turn to go around. And as I'm doing so, another car pulls in to the gas station and is going around in front of me. And I'm like, they're going to take that spot. So then sure enough, he pulls into that spot where that pump is. And I was like, yeah, that's just my luck. So I keep going. Meanwhile, the dude does not stop at the pump. He pulls straight through. Mom is laughing hysterically at this point, like, ah, and I'm like, ah. So put on the brake, and there's nobody behind me. I back up, and I go, and I get in that spot. Okay, fine. Let's just get the gas now, right? So now I get out of the car. I'm ready to get the gas. So I, put in my car. Everything's fine. And I go to pump. I pull the thing, the nozzle, and it goes good chunk. Like when it's done doing gas and it chunk, it goes off. It did that. Okay. So I pull it again and it pours gas for like a half a second and then ka-chunk. Third time, pull it half a second, ka-chunk. So I'm like, okay, fourth time's the charm. So this time I pull it, now it's pouring the gas. I'm like, okay, now we're cooking. So it's pouring the gas, it's pouring the gas, it's pouring the gas. And I'm watching the numbers tick up. Now I had about a half a tank, right? And I'm looking at the numbers and it's going higher than I feel like it should. And I'm going, I don't think it's going to shut off. I think with it doing that earlier, it thinks I'm topping up at this point. It thinks I'm topping off. So it's not going to stop automatically. So now I'm like, okay, I'm just going to stop and hope I have a full tank. So I'm highly annoyed at this point, right? But anyway, whatever. I just stopped manually. Okay. And then I'm there like, do you want a receipt? Hit the yes. No. It didn't want to print the receipt. So now I have to go back in the gas. Mom is laughing still, by the way. Go back in the gas station. Hey, can you please print me a receipt for number 8? Fine. So it gives me a receipt for number 8. It's fine. Okay, now I'm ready to pull out. Let's get going on the second leg of this trip. This is ridiculous. So I'm pulling out and the GPS is like, go southwest on such and such. I don't know what southwest is. I don't have a compass GPS. Okay. And it's not clear. It's like, it's very clear the GPS doesn't know exactly where I am. You know how sometimes you can look at the little blue line and be like, okay, I know exactly what I need to do. I can't tell what I need to do at all. Do I need to go left or do I need to go right? GPS, please. Because the GPS is just showing straight. I can't go straight. So fine. So okay, fine. I'll go right. Wrong decision. So then it's taking me it makes me kind of go this back road and this little road and this back road and this back road and back around to end up right back where we were, right in front of that gas station. So now we pass that gas station on the right. Mom is laughing at me still. If I had turned left, all I would have had to do was turn left onto that street and then make a right onto the highway. It would have been right there. But no, we had to go right and then we're back around. Anyway, it's fine. So we finally got back on the highway. It's all fine. Then the second stop, fast food place. Like I said, I'm not going to say who it was. It was a fast food place. It was, in fact, the same one that was next to the gas station. So I could have waited, but it's fine. So I go in and I order. I say, okay, I want a chicken sandwich, but I don't want any mayo. Don't put the mayo on there. Just give me the chicken sandwich. I say, okay. So then I get the sandwich and I open it up and no, there's no mayo, but there's something else on there. I don't know what it is. It's some kind of condiment that I don't know what it is. So then I'm like, oh, hey, this was supposed to be like no mayo, no, but it has this on it. I don't know what this is. Can we like get it like without that? So, oh, sorry, we'll bring you a new one. So now we're waiting. Now they bring us another one. I open that one. it has mayo on it. So now I'm like, you know what? Okay, I don't. I'm like, I don't feel like waiting for a third. This is stupid. I'm not going to wait for a third sandwich, but I just want to at least tell them, like, hey, please pay attention because this is not. So I'm like, hey, this is, don't worry about it, but like, this is, it was supposed to be no mayo, but you know what, forget it. Then, so we're about to leave, and then another guy comes running out the back, like a manager, and he's like, I'm so sorry. Like, are you sure? Let me make you another one. I'll make you another one. I promise we'll get it right. We'll get it right this time. Let me fix it for you. All right, fine. So I give him back the one with the mayo. And we wait a little longer, and he comes out with the third sandwich, and he says, oh, would you like to check it while I'm here? Yes, I would. Thank you very much. So I check it. This one's fine. So thank you very much. Okay, thank you. So he goes back. I take my sandwich. Mom is still laughing at me, by the way. After that, it was fine. Nothing major happened after that. After it was pretty, you know, we other stops were fine. The drive was pretty much fine. We got Mom home, you know, pretty much when we expected to get her home. That was funny too, because when we got to her place, my sister and brother-in-law were in the kitchen. They had already made it home about 15 minutes before I got Mom there. And so Mom said she was going to tell them. So I don't know if you've heard of it. There's a place called South of the Border. There's a little, what would you even call that place? I don't know. It's a place you can pull over. It's right at the border between North Carolina and South Carolina. And it has restaurants and gas stations, and it's just a area. I don't know. We used to go there when I was a kid. We'd drive down to Florida. We would stop there. And they have all these billboards leading up to it. There's like fun billboards going up to it. So anyway, we passed it. I told Mom, I said, okay, I'm giving you like 30 miles to make a decision. Are we pulling in there or not? And we didn't. We passed it. We didn't go. But she said she was going to tease my sister and brother-in-law and tell them that we stopped there and that she bought a doll. And the reason this is funny is Mom likes dolls. She like I like plushies. Mom likes dolls, like actual people looking dolls. And so she actually had gotten one very recently that actually they're a little bit creeped out by. So she's deliberately keeping it in a place in her room where they don't have to see it, like when they just walk in casually, like it faces her bed and whatever, because they're like, no, because it's just like a little girl doll and it's fine, but yeah, it kind of creeps them out. But anyway, so we bought a dress for the doll at Target while we were away. So she was like, it's gonna be funny if we tell them like we stopped at South of the Border and I bought a doll. So yeah, sure enough. So I went in with her to help her bring her luggage in, and then so she comes out of her room. Guess what? We went to South of the Border. Guess what I bought? I bought a doll, and they were both like, "Oh my God!" And then she was just laughing, and then my sister's like, "Is she lying about the doll?" I was like, "Yeah, she's lying about the doll." So I don't know. It was just a funny little thing that we did. I don't know. Maybe you had to be there, but it was pretty fun. So now I'm home. I'm ready to relax. Cuddle with my kitty cat. I'm patting him. That's why my arm is over like this. He came up when I walked in and was like, "Where have you been?" So now he's good. He's fine. He knows Mama's home and he's ready to cuddle. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to sit and relax. Probably put my robe on, get nice and cozy. But I am happy to be home, even though we had a wonderful time. We had a wonderful time with the family. I'm really glad we went. But as you know, there's no place like home. So yeah, that's about it. This coming week, I think will be pretty normal. Next Sunday, I will be going to a different location of my church. So not my local church, but their sister campus, a little bit out of town, to do a book signing. So that'll be pretty cool. So that's next Sunday. Leading up to that, I think everything's normal work week and everything like that. So I'll tell you about how the book signing goes in another video, but for now, I think this is pretty much it for this one. If you could enter a racehorse in the Kentucky Derby, what would you name your horse? Sir Twiggly Topper Middlebottom. And it's, you know, okay. That is the name of a character from a P.G. Wodehouse novel, Jeeves and Wooster. And if you've never read P.G. Wodehouse, it's really fun. Or you can watch, there's a British Jeeves and Wooster TV show. The guy who played House, MD, plays Wooster. And Stephen Fry is Jeeves. And they're hilarious. They're a wonderful comedic pair. But yeah, Sir Twiggly Topper Middlebottom is the name of a character, not one of the main ones, in that series. And I just love that name. So I think That would be a hilarious name for a racehorse. Also, my next cat after Snidely, which will not be for a long time, I'm claiming that Snidely is going to live as long as a domestic cat can live. He's going to live very long. But after Snidely, I'm totally naming a cat Sir Twiggly Topper Middle Bottom. And then he would probably be called Twigs for short, is probably what would end up happening. But his full name would be Sir Twiggly Topper Middle Bottom. So that's my racehorse name. There you go. All right, that's enough of that. I'll just pray us out. I've been talking for 18 minutes. That's ridiculous. Okay, here we go. Lord, I want to thank you so much for this Thanksgiving that we had. I want to make sure that I'm not just thanking you on Thanksgiving, but that I'm grateful to you every single day for everything that you do for me. So I do, Lord. I thank you so much. I thank you for this wonderful trip, for my family, that we had such a great time together, and for my other extended family, for all of them. And I just thank you for all of the blessings and benefits that I have in my life right now, Lord. I lift up everyone watching this and all of my family and friends, and pray that you would be with them and provide for them and bless them as bountifully as you have me. For anything that they're struggling with or suffering from, Lord, if they're sick, if they're lonely, if they're depressed, or they're just dealing with things, Lord, I pray that you would move in their situations for your glory and for their good, and help them through it, Lord, and help them to know your presence is with them always and that you love them. So I lift them up. I lift up their coming week, everything, and myself, and just everything that's going to happen in the coming week. You already know what's coming, Lord, so I pray that your will be done in and through each of our lives, in Jesus' name, amen. So that's it. I'm going to end it now with number 6, 24 through 26. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace. Bye.